Hey folks, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Going to get started here in just a minute. Happy Amazon Prime Day. Okay, I show 11 a.m. in Texas, and I think that's a good place to start. So, good morning to everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Amazon Big Deals Day. It's been July. July was their main Prime Day that they did. I really appreciate you guys using the links that you did for the July Prime Day. They extended that Prime Day to like 4 days this time. That's the first time they've done that, I believe. Today, the Big Deals Day, which they did last year, they did last October, was a Amazon Big Deals Day, kind of part of their Prime Day specials and whatnot. Today is just today and tomorrow. This year it's just today and tomorrow. 2 days of sales and discounts and stuff that you might see elsewhere and you might not. Someone asked in the chat a minute ago if these deals were just as good or better or not as good as Black Friday, and that's a good question. That's a good question. I think my answer to that is it really depends on what you're looking for. I think they will, places like Redivis and EcoFlow and Renogy and Goal Zero and Jackery and some of these places like that will put sales on their equipment for everything. I mean, you're going to see a lot of EcoFlow stuff in there today and on Black Friday and everything. But, if you're looking for something a little bit more unique than that, it might be on sale today. It might be on sale Black Friday. Don't know which one's going to be better. It really kind of changes a lot. So, yeah, that's true, Jason. What's up with Prime Day like 30 days a year now? Yeah, well, Amazon's making all these sales. Why not? I mean, if you were Amazon, wouldn't you do this all the time also? This is why we've done a Gigaparts Less Make a Deal thing like 3 times this year. So, what's up, Bill? Good morning. Hey, 45 Auto. Let me give a special shout out to folks in the chat with green text, YouTube channel members. Chad, KD9WAX. Let's see. I see who else? W4WAG, retired 50. Cooley is in the house. Good morning, Cooley. Jeff, AA4BC. Dave Dobbins, KA2AUB. Brian, KA8OVP. Let's see. Jason, N4YPZ. Ben Deleted. That's cool. Ben Deleted. That's cool. I like that. That's good. So good morning to you guys. Good morning, Ham Radio Tectonics Bill. Good morning, was that? No, it's KO4PDI. Mike, good morning. How are you? So thank you guys for being here today. Jeff is in the house, K3JRZ. Appreciate you guys being here this morning. So let's take a look at some stuff. Suggestions in the chat are welcome for what we're going to be talking about today. Also, I'm going to say this up front just to clear the air and for FTC type rules, okay? Pretty much everything I'm going to be sharing in the live stream in the chat today will be affiliate links. Affiliate links do help to support the channel. I can earn a small commission from pretty much all the links I'll be sharing today. So if you don't want to do that, then just go to Amazon.com and follow along with what we're doing. But the idea list for Prime Big Deals Day is pinned to the top of this chat. I'm going to bring that up here in a second, but if you want the link, scroll up to the top or just look at the top of the chat window. It's pinned up there, so it stays there even though the chat is scrolling. And that is an affiliate link. So if you don't want to use my affiliate link for whatever reason, that's okay. Just go to Amazon and do your thing. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, my website here. Now, these aren't affiliate links. I make direct money from these because this is stuff that I sell retail. So my website is doing pretty well. A lot of you were on my email blast this morning, which is hamradio2.com/email-sign up. If you're not on that sign-up list, please go sign up. I try to keep everyone updated with what's going on. We sent an email out about this live stream today, and several of you placed an order after that email went out. The mystery boxes are doing well. The subscription service is doing pretty good. I've received some really good feedback from you guys who are on the mystery box subscription service. So what I did was I went into my email box, my email system that's right here, and I created a brand new email list just called Mystery Boxes. And I've got about 105-ish people on it, something like that. And it's just for subscription boxes, not for the one-offs. If you've ever ordered a subscription box, whether you're active or whether you canceled it, you got invited to that list. Yeah, actually, you got added to the list without an invite. Yeah, I just added you to the list, but if you don't want to be on the list, there's an opt-out at the bottom, so it's totally legit. But I sent an email out yesterday. I was like, okay, here's a survey I wrote up. Give me some feedback. And about 20-25% of you have replied to that and given me some really, really good feedback. Okay, so I dropped a couple of hints in that email list as to what to expect for the November box. And we're going to have some cool stuff coming up in November, January, and March of next year. So thank you to those of you who support me on the mystery boxes. We are trying to get it to where I'm fine-tuning it. Pretty much all the boxes have been filled with stuff that is the most popular sales items for my website, including Edfong antennas, which is by far the most popular item that I sell on the website, period, is Edfong antennas, all of the versions. And every amateur extra, this top-level mystery box, every amateur extra mystery box up until now, May, July, and September have all had Edfong antennas in them. So I appreciate you guys who support me on that. Sign up for the email list here, and this is going to be what we're looking at today for the Amazon idea list. So, yeah, please let me know in the chat if you want us to look at anything specific. This is a good one. W4WAG. Give a shout out on 146.52 today. An excellent idea. That is a great idea. I wish I'd thought of that. HF antennas are always interesting on prime days. Yeah, we can look at some HF antennas. Here's what I've put in here so far. Okay. Now, some of these may not, it doesn't look like this one right here has the big red sticker underneath it, but if you click on it, you still might see it. Yeah, this one actually has dropped. So they've dropped that one. But sometimes you click on these, and even though they don't have a red sticker on it, like right there, lowest price in 30 days, 23% off for that Baofeng Abri copy antenna, a copy of an Abri antenna. That's in there right there. Master Hawk 913 megahertz antenna, which would work well for Meshtastic and LoRa, dropped off the sale. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. All of these items were on sale at least at some point in time. But you can see all the stuff in red is still on sale here. I did find this Redivus MA1. This is still on sale. 20% off. Usually $299 on sale today for $239. Had some pretty good luck with that radio. Made a video about it a couple of months ago before my 30 Days of Ham radio. These INIU portable chargers here, I have talked about several of these in the past. They've got, when I started using these, they had like 2, maybe 3 models. Now they've got like 8. Okay, and I own 3 or 4 of these models. This is the one that I carry in my little shoulder bag that I carry with me. It's 22.5 watt hours and 22.5 watts, 10,000 milliamp hours. USB-C fast charging, and 26% off of that one today. I've got its big brother. I've got its other big brother, and I've been really, really happy with these power banks. These INIU chargers have been great. The Cobra walkie-talkies 2-pack here. Pretty sure that, yeah, those are just like FRS walkies. This is, I'm not really familiar with this, but I saw it was on big deal discount. 23% off of this McBasil, Surecom, SW102 digital, VHF, UHF, 125 to 525 megahertz antenna power and SWR meter. So $46 for that. And the reviews on it, there's 1,964 reviews, and it's got 4.6 out of 5 stars. That tells me that it's probably pretty darn good. Okay, with that many reviews and 4.6 out of 5 stars, it's probably pretty darn good. So that's good there. These LifePo 4 chargers are good. They're very noisy RFI-wise, so charge your batteries overnight while you're not talking on the radio, but these are really good. I've got 2 or 3 of those. There's another INIU portable charger right there. This one's a flat, same size milliamp hours wise, but it's a little bit wider and taller, but flatter than that last one we just looked at. EcoFlow, I mentioned EcoFlow earlier. 51% off of this Delta Pro. Now, this Delta Pro is, you can see there's a 30 amp RV plug on the front of that right there. This Delta Pro is what I ran my RV on during all of hunting season last year. I had the trailer plugged in, is my old trailer. I had the trailer plugged in to this battery bank, and I had the smart generator plugged into the back of it. And when the battery got down to like 20%, the generator would kick on, charge the battery back up to 80%, and then shut itself off. And it would keep doing that till it ran out of gas. This year, I've got a larger generator. I've got a larger smart generator, gasoline-powered generator. We're going to be doing that again. I'm making several videos about EcoFlow, but EcoFlow always runs really good sales for these Amazon deal days. 51% off of that sucker right now, 3,600 watts, 5 outlets, including an RV plug in it. I've had this for about, this will be the second season that I've had this, and I've used it periodically throughout the year. I've got it, I keep it charged in my home. When my battery, when my power goes out at home because of a storm or something, or because this electric company that I have is stupid, and a lot of times they don't tell you when they're going to turn the power off, I go plug this into my internet and my TV, and I can get back online and do stuff until the power comes back on. So that is where that is right there. So several other things down here. Got some Anker power stations. This Baofeng 5RM. You guys want a Baofeng? Somebody said Baofeng earlier in the chat. So here you go. Here's some Baofeng stuff. There's a 2-pack of Baofengs. There we go. So these camping lights are really cool. These string lights, USB-C chargeable. I've got a couple of these, 21% off right now. Go out to your campsite, go out to your backyard, string this up, turn it on. It's got 2, 3, 4 stages. Brightness, dimness, it'll do flashing, it'll do solid, whatnot. These are really cool. Rob brought one of these to More Expo like 2 years ago, and I think we all bought one. And now I've got like 3 or 4 of them. So I strung this up when I was camping. The last time I was tent camping in Colorado, I strung this up inside of my tent, and this is what I use for my nightlight inside the tent. So multi-purpose in that regard, but those are cool lights right there. So some other stuff down here that you can see, these Retevis GMRS handhelds. Let's see, the Retevis RT97 GMRS repeater. More EcoFlow stuff down here for smaller options. Alliance HD1 ham radio, 28% off of that right there. And this is all in this idea list that's pinned to the top of this chat. So, Bill's saying those Ogre lights are very useful. Yeah, Bill, I think you were one of the ones that got suckered in by Rob at the More Expo a couple years ago. I know I did. So, all right. So I haven't been watching the chat. I don't have a Frank today. Okay, Chad, DMR HT radios. Let's just go ahead and search. So if you go up here and you click on Prime Big Deals, it brings up this page. I don't know that there's really, sometimes they'll put like an extra drop down in here next to where it says all right there. Sometimes they'll put an extra drop down in here for Prime Day or something like that. They don't really have that today. They do have what's called Just for Prime, and I can search for that. So I'm going to search for DMR radio. And we scroll down here, it is, and this is not just a Prime Big Deals Day search. They've changed their regular button to an orange color, so it's kind of misleading. But you got to scroll down and look for the Prime Big Deal sticker, this red sticker that's beneath everything. So there's the DM168 by Aeratron. I think this is a copy of that Anytone 168 that Bridgecom sells. Let's see. Prime Day. I'm going to add that one to the cart there. 15% off of that one there. There's a Baofeng DM1701. Frequently returned item, it says right there. Frequently returned item. Let's see. I've had mixed results with those. Those are okay. They're okay. They're an okay HT. I would rather have that 168, quite frankly. It's smaller, more compact, has more memory channels, easier to program from the front panel. Radtel RT4D. Now, I've reviewed some Radtel radios in the past. I have not done one of their DMR HTs yet. This is also a frequently returned item. I'll go ahead and put this one in the list, though. I get a lot of people coming by the channel every time I start talking about HTs and the best HTs and my favorite HTs and whatnot, and people are real big on Radtel for some reason. A lot of people really, really like Radtel. And I've found a couple of them. That RT880G was a cool radio. I found a couple of them that I liked, but more often than not, they have very bad spurious emissions. That 880G was good, though. And the 920 that I reviewed was not as good as the 880 as far as spurs, but it was still better than stuff I've reviewed in the past. So if Radtel is your thing, they will do a lot. A lot of them have full HF receive. A lot of them will transmit on 10 meters and on 6 meters also. But do your thing there. Somebody asked about the DM32UV from Baofeng. I don't have this radio yet. Now, I was at Gigaparts 2 or 3 months ago, and they talked about how one of the guys that I met there was talking about how much he was not expecting much, and he bought this radio, and he's really, really enjoyed it. He says this worked really well. It's much better than he thought it was going to be. So I need to get one of these and test it out for myself. I have not done that yet, but someone asked about this model here in the chat a minute ago. Watson Hertz says that 1701 works well on OpenGD. I've heard that too. I have not tried OpenGD, but yes, I've heard that same thing. Oh, here's one in a different color. A desert tan color. Only 5% off of that one, though. 5%. What was this one? 20%. Why is that more expensive? That's 79 there. 71 there. This one's 55. Baofeng DMR. That one doesn't say DMR. This one says DMR. 32% off of this one right here. That one's probably good. You know what? I might just add that to the cart. Did I add that to... I did add that to my list. I'll go back and grab that later. Now's a good time to pick up radios to do videos about if you're like me and you do that sort of thing. So, Radioddity DB25D. 20% off of that guy. You might check Redivus RT85 for a good little budget HT. 2-pack for $32. RT85, I'm pretty sure I've got one of those. I've had one of those for a while. Okay. Let's go Redivus RT85, yeah. I know Redivus is running a sale on a lot of their radios right now. RT85. Oh, no, that's the RT5R, never mind. RT85. Not finding that one. RT48. A Baofeng K63. What the heck is that? Tri-band. Never heard of a K63. You guys heard of this? It's got 1.25 meters in it. It's got FM NOAA weather receive. USB-C, 999 channels. Wireless frequency copy. The heck does that mean? Chirp compatible, Coyote Brown. I like that. Look at that. $23. You know what? I'm going to probably buy that. Yeah, it's a great time to buy stuff to make future videos with. Here we go. I see some super chats in there. Give me 1 second here. Prime, or no. Big, no, not Big Spring. Come on, where'd you go? I wish they would put these in some sort of order, but they don't. Prime Big Deal is 2025 right there. Okay. All right, Jason, thank you for the support member for 9 months. Also, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you being here. You should install Keepa Chrome extension so that you can compare the history price. Huh. I haven't heard of that one. I've got another one that does that, but I'm actually using Brave right now, not Chrome. But most of your Chrome plugins and extensions will work in Brave. So, Watson Hertz, he says that is the 85. You're talking about this Baofeng here is the same thing in the Retevis RT85. That wouldn't surprise me. I don't see that 2-pack you were talking about, though. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Spending those Amazon commissions already, yeah. That's okay. Hey, I'm making videos. It's a business expense. Woohoo! All right, what else? We've spent some time on TN Frank. The RT40 is actually a decent little entry-level DMR radio. I have two and just ordered a third of the discounted price. So have you done a spurious emissions test on it? Because I wonder about that. But good info. Thank you for sharing. What else? What else besides DMR HTs? There we go. Okay, it is showing as 28% off. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with these. RT85 long range. Yeah, those are a decent radio. You can. That looks like a UV88, except it's. These aren't DMR radios though. This is not saying DMR on this. I'm pretty sure that's Retevis's answer to the UV88 or to the QRZ1, which Gigapart sells. Ham radios, long range, high power, walkie-talkie, dual band, built-in VFO, DTMF, Vox, emergency preparedness, flashlight, handheld radios for family survival, camping, hunting. Yeah, these are not DMR radios, or at least it's not saying they are. It's talking about CTCSS tones here. Yeah, that's just a copy. I mean, it's not a copy. They're all the same thing. This is the same thing as the Baofeng UV. I'm sorry, the TYT UV88. Meshtastic. Let's look at Meshtastic. Hey, what a great idea. Okay, Meshtastic. All right. These goofy ESP32 LoRa Heltec V3 devices are always on sale. 5% off, I guess. Okay. Like one of the very first original Meshtastic devices, which there's nothing wrong with them, but you got to have an external battery. There's a lot better options out now with a lot more features, in my opinion. This is a good starting point. Good starting point. Or you want to let it just sit on the shelf and run. It's a good option, but let's see. Yeah, another V3 board right there. So none of these really have the Prime Big Deals Day tag on them. That's neat. What is this? Huh. Mesh Pocket QI2 magnetic power bank. That's cool. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out. Nope. Okay. Not much in the Meshtastic stuff showing on Prime Big Deals Day other than those Heltec V3 boards. Mark safe from spending money on Amazon today. Let's see. Heltec V4 out, Jeff says. Heltec V4. Let's see. Right there. Kind of neat. Okay. I'm going to put this in another list. I'm going to put this in my Meshtastic. I have a Meshtastic list up here, too. If I can find it. There we go. It's not on sale. Yeah, these are the V3 boards here again. Those are always on sale. Again, it's only 5% off, so it's not a big sale. What is this? Oh, is that the... Oh, Seed Studio Chow. Look at that. Okay, I saw KB5UTY in the chat a minute ago. Yeah, there he is. Check it out. These Chow devices. These things are cool because they have a USB-A. They're USB-A, aren't they? I think they're USB-A. And you just, like, plug it in to, like, a USB charging port in your house or something, and you just leave it there. And it becomes like a Meshtastic, like a client, like a repeatable client. Or you can put it in client mute if you want to, I guess. But, you know, you can expand. You can put one of these in like every room in the house and expand your mesh network. Or your office, maybe. Or one out in the shack. One in the garage. Something like that. These are cool devices, though. And a little foreshadowing here. And let you all in on a little secret. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Little secret. You ready? Okay. It's possible, but don't ask me how I know this. It's possible that some of my future mystery boxes might include these Chow devices. Don't tell anyone I told you that, but yeah, that it might include these Chow devices. So yeah, these are not going to be long-range devices at all. You're not going to want to put these on top of a building or up on a tower or something. But this will expand like if you got a dead spot in your house, you just plug one of these into a USB port somewhere and just leave it there, let it run, and then you hang a Meshtastic like an outside solar node on your chimney or on your tower or somewhere on top of your house like that, and then this thing will provide a larger range of network for it. So just that's actually the AI camera. Okay. Mesh sense camera. Oh, it does say camera sensor. But isn't this the... Oh, so this goes in. Okay, so I was wrong. That's still cool, though. That Chow device is still cool, though. Let's just look at the Seed Studio store here. Let's see what else is in here. Ha! Currently unavailable. That T1000 Echo. That's not surprising. I've got one of those in my pocket right now. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Okay, so that's the camera there, right? Okay. Is this the okay? This is the XIAO. They call it. Dave calls that a Chow, like the dog Chow. So or Shao, or is it Shao? Something like that. I don't know. I don't sprechen Sie Mandarin. But wearable devices, yeah. Those look like USB-C ports on that. Shao and 3-pack. A 3-pack, 15% off of that 3-pack there. So let's go, yeah, let's add those two. These are cool devices. I mean, I think that those are really neat devices myself. Are they all ESP32, Dave, or that new, what's the NRF or whatever that new chip is, or any of them with that new chip on them? Here it is. If I answer my own question right here. There's a Chow with an NRF 52840. Okay, so I'm not a programmer, and I can't tell you the difference between these, but I can tell you this. These NRF chips, the battery lasts a lot longer. Of course, on these, it probably doesn't matter because you're going to leave it plugged into a USB power source all the time anyway. It doesn't have its own battery. But if you ever have another Meshtastic device, and you have a choice between ESP32 and this new NRF chip, the NRF chip is much easier on battery life. It probably does some other stuff, too. So I'm not well versed in all of that. So look at this. Chow ESP32 C3 tiny MCU with Wi-Fi and BLE for IoT controlling scenarios. Microcontroller. Okay then. That's kind of neat. A lot of cool stuff in here. So let's see. Looking at the S5 Ranger. Yeah, those Rangers are... Is Meshtastic about as useful as APRS? Actually, APRS is probably more useful as a ham. But Meshtastic is cool because I got 3 Meshtastic messages this morning from people flying out of DFW. Flying out of the airport. And I replied back to them, and they went through. That said the message went through. So, APRS will do more. You can create objects on APRS. You can send messages. You can send text messages to someone's phone. You can send emails, that kind of thing. But Meshtastic is up and coming and pretty cool stuff. Dave, is this the chow that I need? Is that the right thing? Chow in a 3-piece pack. Because I'm going to grab that if it is. I think that this is the one. I think that's the one. That's the base port that you can add the camera to or something like that. Is that it there? I think that's it. All right, so let's look at something else. Upgraded battery for T-Deck. Let's just look at T-Deck. T-Deck. Boom. Okay. LilyGo makes a T-Deck. I've got one of the T-Decks from Spec 5 with that's their extended one. It's got the big honker case on it. It's got 2 18650s in it. That battery lasts for freaking ever. I can tell you that right now. T-Deck Pro, that's that new thin one. I haven't had my hands on one of those yet. Depends on what battery your T-Deck has. My T-Deck has 18650. So... yeah, give me a link, Dave. Thank you. There's too many things called chow, man. This typical Chinese stuff. They put the same name on everything. TYT does that. They put the same model number on like 6 different radios. I just want the main one. I just want the real one. Let's see. Okay. No, not much with the T-Deck there. That might be it right there. I don't know. SAMD21 pre-solder, the smallest Arduino microcontroller based on SAMD21 with rich interfaces. Okay. I don't want to give you all the wrong thing. Here we go. Okay, what else? Yeah, that T-Deck Pro is nice. I mean, it looks cool. So ATAC and Meshtastic somewhat work together. I've been trying to get somebody who knows something about ATAC to come on the channel for a while, but I can't really find anybody who's willing to come onto a video. I really want to do a video about, getting to know ATAC and diving deeper into ATAC. I can't answer the question about whether it's more useful than Meshtastic or not. I would guess that since ATAC is primarily designed, ATAC is Android tactical, so it's primarily designed for Android, which is totally cool with me. But I don't know if it works. I don't know if they've integrated iPhone into it or not. While Meshtastic works on everything. So, seems a little bit more universal. All right, what else are we going to look for today, guys? Solar. Let's go solar panel. Just for the heck of it. All right. 200 watt solar panel, 18 BB, 25% high efficiency N type. Okay. That's from RV Powzer, P-O-Z-W-E-R. Okay. That one's got 142 reviews with 4.2 out of 5 stars, 15% off of that. Let's see. Oh, let's look for some flashlights also. I found some really cool flashlights earlier. Olight has a bunch of their stuff on sale. Now, I sell Olight on my website. I'm an Olight dealer now, but the prices on Prime Day are going to be better than what I can offer on my website. So if you find something on Prime Day, go get it there. Eco-Worthy, that's a good brand. 200 watt with high efficiency monocrystalline solar panel and a 30 amp PWM charge controller. 20% off of that kit right there. Let's see. Keep scrolling too far down. Prime Big Deals 2025. There we go. Okay. We just linked it to MQTT here, and the network explode. Yeah, MQTT can get kind of dangerous if you don't use it correctly. So, let's see. Here's my favorite, one of my favorite solar panels. Let's see if they have it on here or not. This one right here. Okay, it's not on sale though. This solar panel suitcase right here is really cool. Comes with its own charge controller in the back of it. You just connect it via alligator clips to your battery and go. It's fully integrated. I did a video about this unit 3 years ago on my Unplugged channel, and that is to date my highest watched video on that channel. So, too bad that's not on sale right there. I saw a 400 watt portable for $319. Let me look at that. The Bearded Ham. I have a UV5R Mini. I have one of those. I bought it during my 30 Days of Ham radio, so I haven't made a video with it yet. Looking forward to it. Dave had one at Beltonham Expo last weekend, and he said he was liking it. So I have high hopes for it. I don't know about the purity test on it. We're going to have to find out about that. But it does seem to work well regardless of the purity test. Sounds pretty good. It was the audio on it was a little low because Dave would talk into his All-Star system and it'd sound fine on the Baofeng, but the Yaesu and Icom were overdriving the system, which is probably a setting in in All-Star. He mitigated that temporarily, I hope, by turning his mic gain down on his Icom radio, which is fine, works. But you shouldn't have to do that. It's all a setting in All-Star. I don't see that panel you're talking about. Increased noise. I saw a 400 watt portable for $319. So I don't know if you saw that. Seed. Okay, just checked. Seed, Chow, Meshtastic kits not on Amazon yet. Okay. All right, Dave, thanks. No problem. But I did trade emails with someone at Seed Studio. Dave put me in contact with him, and I said, hey, I'd like to include some of your stuff in my future mystery boxes, and that was one of the things that they suggested, which I'm like, yes, of course, that makes perfect sense. They're small, inexpensive, they're very tech-minded. You can get, if you've never done Meshtastic before, you can get started with one of those very easily. So, yes. Increased noise. You can't post links in the chat. I have that turned off due to spam bots. But if do you have me on Discord? Send me a Discord message. Send me a direct message on Discord. Let's look. Okay, Pi 5. Let's look at that. Let's look at Raspberry Pi. Did I type that? Yeah. I don't know what I'm typing. All right. Pi 5. 8 gigabyte kick, 64 gig edition, active cooler with all of this stuff for $109, 15% off. 8 gigabyte board, 65 gig micro SD card. So that's pretty good. 15% off. there. Okay. There's a Seed Studio Raspberry Pi 5 starter kit. That's not on sale, though. There's a Cana kit. There's a 4 gig board. 17% off. Comes with a cooler. Little screen and whatnot. Again, I'm adding all of these things to the idea list that I've pinned to the top of this chat. W4WAG says, I got the Hotspot Radio All-Star node you suggest. I'm very happy with it. Good. Good. Excellent. That's the one I'm running in my truck full time right now. I've been running it for 3 months, something like that. So it's still, when I was on, when I drove to Huntsville, that's the one I was talking on. And when I drove to, when I drove around for that 30 Days of Ham Radio, that's the one I was using for those videos as well. Let's see. You know what, Doc? I was meaning to look at that. G90. Because sometimes that'll go on sale, and sometimes it will not. G90... That's not a great... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. 15% off. Everybody, every time I do one of these live streams about an Amazon sale, people ask about the G90, and I don't blame you. The best price I have ever seen on a G90. A normal price is like $460 something, $425. So right now, right here it says $465 from the Zygoos store on Amazon. I think you can get those for about $425 from Bridgecom, if they still sell them. They used to. But the best price I've ever seen on a G90 was a Black Friday sale a couple of years ago, and I think it was around $375. $365, $375, something like that. So this 15% off for $395 is a pretty good price. So we're going to add that one to the list. Right there. Comes with the little red bow. No, it probably doesn't come with that, actually. Freddie Mac is using the duplex hotspot radio. Freddie Mac's the one that turned me on to the USB version that I've got in the truck. And we did a video together about getting it up and running. I haven't posted that video yet because it's about 2 hours long, and I'm doing some edits on it. But that will be posting on the channel very soon, now that I'm done with my 30 Days of Ham Radio. Let's see. Okay, somebody mentioned something else. Okay, let's look at that UV5R Mini. Iron Bunny says, I used a UV5R Mini to talk to you on All-Star. Yeah, I think several people have done that, honestly. Let's see. This one right here. No, that's not it. That's a lie. This is it right here. Doesn't look like it's on sale. 10% off. Okay. UV5R Mini, ham radio, long range. I don't know if that's a 2-pack or they just got 2 of them sitting there next to each other in that picture. It's a little bit misleading. It doesn't say 2-pack in the description, but it does say 10% off. Yes, package includes 2 radios, 2 batteries, 2 9 centimeters, 9 cm antennas, 2 gooseneck antennas, 2 headsets, 2 USB charging cables, 1 manual. There we go. So that is a 2-pack. 10% off that 2-pack. Right there. Okay, added that to the list. So, yeah, I've got one of those. I'm looking forward to trying it because, in fact, here's the one I purchased. It says purchased in August. It took like 3 weeks to get it in. I think I purchased it early, so it arrived in September when I was doing my 30 Days of Ham Radio. But that's the one I have right there. Look, it's in red now. Sort of in red. It's got a red stripe on it. Who cares? This one's actually in yellow. This one's in orange. Looks like they're all 20% off right now. There's a 2-pack with yellow and orange. Pretty sure the one I got was just black. I just got the black one. Dave had a clear one. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen where that one's for sale. Let's see. Prime Big Deals Day right there. All right. Other sale without the different antennas for $35. Well, there's one for $28 right there. 30. Okay, how about this one? Is this what you're talking about? 18% off. UV5R Mini. This is the green pair. $35. Delivery date of October 15th to 17th. So that's like a week and a half away. Something like that, which, okay, whatever. Black. Oh, that one's gray. Yellow. Okay. That is a little bit better price. Unless, I mean, if you want those extra antennas, then, you know, get the other one, I guess. There we go. Okay, here we go. Here's that clear one. This is the one Dave had at the Hamfest last weekend. Looks kind of cool. And somebody said it's smaller than it looks like it is. It really is. It really is kind of small. Like in a good way though. Like it's nice and small and compact. 20% off of that one, $28 for the clear model. You're going to pay more because it's a clear model. It's just fine. Because you get a 2-pack of green ones for $35 and one clear one's $28. So all right, what else? Enough time on Baofeng. What else? Once again, for those of you who join us, looks like we've got a few more people watching now. The chat, at the top of the chat, of the live chat right now, is pinned this idea list that I'm working on right here. This is the idea list that we've gone through. I had a dozen or so items added to this list before we started today. I've added probably a dozen more since we've been live. I do earn affiliate commissions on certain items that are bought through my links, and those do help to support this channel and support me because this is my full-time job. So thank you for using those. If you don't want to use those, just go to Amazon.com and click on Prime Big Deals here at the top. Right next to, on the top right here, it says Rufus, which is their AI tool. I haven't used it. Prime Big Deals right there. If you just click there, you can search and browse through anything you want if you don't want to use my links for whatever reason. Totally cool. Do that if you want to. But that's Prime Big Deals Day will be today and tomorrow. Ham radio antennas, Bill says. We talked about it, Bill, but we didn't really cover anything. So let's just search for that. Ham radio antenna. Now this guy, this Ceratuyo QRP, however you say that, I bought one of these last time, and it's sitting in my antenna bag, but I haven't used it yet. That's not on sale. Somebody said that, somebody did a review on that. Who was it? Was it Walt? Was it Jeff? Might have been Jeff in the chat. I don't remember. Somebody did a review on that, and I can't remember. Let's see here. There's some HT antennas, a duplexer, TID radio, a Bree-style antennas, MAT 50 magnetic counterpoise ground plane for HF antennas. What? That looks gimmicky to me. It's got 2 reviews on it. That would be worth trying it, though, just for the heck of it. Magnetic ground plane. In theory, it should work. I don't know, though. Seems gimmicky. Okay, then. Let's see. A Bree-style antennas there. Baofeng. There's the super antenna, not on sale. Nagoya. Tram 1477. Somebody said Tram 1477B. Let's see. Some HT stuff in there, Bill, but not much. There's a dual band. Oh, that's a mini dual band. That's performance on 2 meters is probably not very good on that at all. There's a Bree GMRS antenna. A Bree dual band stubbies. It's a yellow dual band stubby. That's kind of neat. Yeah, Walt did. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see. Walt, I believe it was. Okay. Tram 1477B. Let's look at that. Saw a 1477 that was not on sale. 1477B. Overall pick. $69. Not on big deal sale. No, not on big deal sale. Sorry. Gable. That's a good idea, Bill. Alex, or I'm sorry. Ayul, is that how you say your name? 4X5SW. Thank you for the DX today. New to ham radio. Got my license a month ago. Will you be covering antennas for POTA like Alpha? Not today. Not today. I have some videos about that. I have some videos about antennas for Parks on the Air. And I probably need to do an update to it. It's like a year or two old. But, I mean, it's still applicable. But there's new stuff out that's come out since that video. So, no, we're just talking about what's on Amazon today. Gable. Let's look at that. That antenna bag is on sale. I might pick up another one of those. Non-penetrating roof mount. Okay, then. Let's see. There's their Mark III portable antenna tripod. That's not on sale. Let's go to Gable store. Let's just do that. Boy, they had these bags on sale when I first found them, and I guess I must have just shared them too much, because I don't think they've been on sale since then. Unavailable, okay. Oh, not that one. Handheld antennas. Oh, look at that. Some loop antennas. Heavy duty Yagi dual band horizontal loop. I wonder if that'd be worth it. Starting to do some more sideband stuff myself on VHF, UHF. Doesn't look like any of this stuff's on sale, though. Yaesu. We could check. That brings up that Redivus MA1, which we talked about earlier. Baofeng. There's some Yaesu stuff on Amazon, but it doesn't look like any of it's on sale. That's a cool looking radio. I always thought that was a cool looking radio. Aviation transceiver. Here you go, Bill. Pick one of these up. Let us know how you like it. Not on the sale, no. What else? Yeah, that loop is interesting. Pac-12. Okay, let's look at that. Okay. Not this one's got a $14 off coupon. Pac-12 40-meter M10 induction coil, 16% off. 10-meter or 40-meter induction coil to add to the Pack 12, I guess. Like a shorty 40 coil, I guess. Never used a Pack 12. I'm going to put this on here just because. 20% off this magnetic counterpoise ground plane. I wonder if anyone's used this. Somebody said Gigaparts had something like that. I have not used it if they do. All right, what else? JPC-12 is an awesome antenna. See, I use my Buddy-Stick Pro, and it's virtually the same thing. It's not exactly the same. It's pretty close, though. And I really, really like my Buddy-Stick antenna. JPC-12. Yeah, that's the... I guess that's the... yeah, Goozy Goo. That's the off-brand one, right? $138. Okay. It's not on sale, though. It's not on Prime sale. Probably something I want to try one of these days, but I'm going to wait for it to actually go on sale. So, hook both coils, get 80 meter also. Cool. Hey y'all. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hey y'all, just like hey y'all from Texas. Saw the Hex antenna on Amazon, but not on specific sale. Yeah, I don't... these bigger name brands probably won't be... Although some of them are. Bridgecom's running sales today. I got an email from them. Bridgecom... The Bluetooth speaker mic, nothing here. They are running something because I got their email about it earlier, but it might be they might be doing a Amazon sale on their own website. That might be what they were talking about. Huh. Okay, what else? Res antenna. Yeah, the Res antenna is really good. I'm not sure if does he sell those on Amazon? I don't even know. Chameleon. All right, I got a phone call I got to take, guys. 1 second here. This is Jason. Okay, I got an appointment that I got to go to here in just a minute. I was just talking to Jason on that Bluetooth device on NTM 578. Yeah, those are good. Okay, what else? I got to wrap this up here in about 5 to 10 minutes, guys. So, what else we want to look at today? We looked at Meshtastic. We did antennas. We did Baofangs. We did solar panels. Oh, you know what? Somebody said something about a 30 amp hour battery earlier. Let's just search for Life P04. See what happens. All right. Eco-worthy 20 amp hour for $59. This one's already in my list. I've had this one in the list for a long time. 25% off. Let's see. I own these two. I think I made an Amazon video about these, if I'm not mistaken. Flashlights, yes, thank you. I use these. These are rechargeable. I use these in my my feeder mechanisms for my deer feeder at the hunting lease. Use those for about a year or two, something like that. They seem to die quicker than a regular lantern battery, but they're rechargeable. So you put one in to the feeder, and you keep one charged, and when the one in the feeder dies, you switch them out, and you just kind of keep going like that. So I've had pretty good luck with these. They're 100 amp hour mini. These mini batteries are cool. These mini 100 amp hour batteries are cool. Not familiar with this brand at all. High Sincere. 204 reviews, 4.2 out of 5 stars. Okay. It's not terrible. 24% off. That's good. Let's see what else. There's a new EcoFlow. Trail 300 DC portable power station. 44% off of that thing. It's got the XT60 solar input, 2 USB-A outputs, and 2 140-watt USB-C outputs. And a cigarette lighter adapter. Sweet. It's kind of like, I've got an Anker model that's very similar to that. Come on. Okay. Blue Eddy Charger 1. Charger 1, huh? Oh, is that the alternator charger? Yeah. Okay, 38% off. That's good. I've got the EcoFlow version of this. That's good. 38% off. That's a good price. All right, let's look at flashlights. $40% off of that. I carry one of these. I've got one of these in my pocket right now. I've got one of these in my pocket and then got one of these in my shoulder bag. These iMini 2s, that's a USB-A port on the end of it. That's what you charge it with. And then you pull the thing apart, and it turns on automatically once you pull the thing apart. This is a neat flashlight. I really like that flashlight. And I'm not saying you will, but it's possible somebody I know, I can't say who it is going to have these in his mystery box soon. Let's see. That's a heck of a light there. Nebo, never heard of them. Most of this, oh, okay, here's this. Oh, look. Okay, this Streamlight, I carry this Streamlight wedge. That's my EDC. I carry this in my pocket every day. It's USB-C rechargeable. It's smooth on both sides, so it's easy to fit. It doesn't have like ridges or indentions or something like that on the top and bottom, so it's easy to slide into and out of your pocket. I think I've charged this. I've carried this thing for the last, I don't know, maybe a year, and I think I've charged it twice. Of course, I don't use it all day long. I just use it kind of off and on when I need it. but the battery lasts forever. And this is a fantastic flashlight. 16% off right now on that one. Really, really like that flashlight. I've got one of these. It's pretty bright. This Woobin E7. Yes, the Arc Pro Ultra. I looked on the. I said a minute ago. I said I was a dealer for Olight, and I looked on their website yesterday, and they were back ordered. You could still order them, but it was going to be like 3 weeks before they would ship, something like that. So they've been popular, in other words, which is good. Which is good. Yeah, these Woobin Mini. This has a magnet on the bottom of it, so you just stick it to something, and yeah, you see, the knife stuck into the tree, and the flashlight's attached to the knife right there. That's kind of fun. These E-Clip Pros, these are cool. You put those on your, clip them to your hat or to your shirt, your vest, whatever. Those work well. Wagon for POTA. Okay. That is pretty cool, actually. Let's see. Look at this. 43% off. If you really want to look like the typical ham radio operator at Hamfest, there you go. That would be cool for POTA, though. I'll give you that. These things are pretty cool for POTA for field day, outdoor adventures or something like that. 43% off there. I do like that. Thank you for that. Arc Pro. Arc Pro, wasn't it? Yeah, Arc Pro. Oh, let's see. Arcfeld Ultra. Yeah, you said the Arc Pro. Olight had to redo the production run, delayed all of the Arc Pro series. I was able to get the beta. I think ACK had a beta Arc Pro at Huntsville. That's the reason I know about it. Arcfeld Pro right there. $20% off of that one. Yeah, see, that's kind of what my Streamlight wedge looks like. I should probably switch to an Olight since I'm a dealer for them now and want to be able to say that I use their products daily. Well, I actually do. I have that iMini 2 that I carry with me every day. It's on my keychain. Every day I have that. I use this one more often simply because I can just reach into my pocket and pull it right out. It's clipped to my pocket. I keep my pocket knife on one side of my shorts and this on the other side of my shorts. So a lot of times it's easier to just reach down and grab that rather than dig through my pocket and find my keys. But I do have that iMini 2 with me every day as well. Yeah, these Olight's got some cool stuff. They really have some cool stuff. If I could do another brand of, I might try to get another brand of flashlight at some point that I can do, but we'll see. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I've got to shut this down and call it quits. We've been going for just over an hour now. I really appreciate y'all's time today. I appreciate you using the link. Once again, this link in the top of the chat, which I will share it again right now, is my idea list for this Prime Day, Prime Big Deals Day. And if you use these links, it does help to support the channel because I can earn a small affiliate commission on everything you purchase. Whether you use something from this list or click on the list and then go purchase something else, I get everything. I get a not everything is commissioned on Amazon, but most things are. And I can get a commission on anything you buy for the next 24 hours if you use that link. So thank you for doing that. I reached out, so some of you follow me on my Unplugged channel, and for the last 3 or 4 months, we've been doing a base camp chat, RV base camp chat, just kind of like talking live stream on the last Sunday of the month. Did not do one last month because, or first Sunday, it was the first Sunday of the month. Did not do one last month because I was doing the 30 Days of Ham Radio and I wasn't live streaming last month, so we're going to catch back up to this. Probably going to do the next one this coming Sunday, in which we're going to talk about a specific topic, but I sent an email out to those guys this morning, and I'm like, hey, why don't we get on and talk about Amazon Prime deals for RV stuff? So we're looking at possibly doing that at 6 p.m. tonight. I will send out a notification if we confirm it, and you guys join me on my Unplugged channel, which is right here, there, and here. So we'll spin up a live stream. We'll talk about some Amazon Big Deal Days RV stuff, some of the first things I bought for my new RV, for both of my new RVs actually. So we will hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be live again tonight, 6 p.m., which is about just under 6 hours from right now. 6 p.m. tonight. It's noon. It's 12:10 in Texas right now. So in just about 5 hours and 50 minutes, we're going to go live again on that channel. Unless something happens, and Kyle said he could be there. Pretty sure Dave's going to be there, and I'm waiting to hear back from a couple other guys and seeing if they're going to make it. So 73 guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for using the links. Have a good Amazon Big Deals Day, and we'll see you tonight, hopefully. 73.